because 40 hertz gives you a lot of thump in your car. It's that deep pounding bass that you really want to hear in your car.
Right.
What's going on, everyone? We're back again to do another amp dyno test. Today we're going to do the Kicker DX 250.1. I got this amplifier on Marketplace for $15. If you can't see that already, really cool amplifier, a 2011 model. For 15 bucks, I couldn't pass this thing up. I drove about 45 minutes out of my way and I was like, you know what? I want to see what this amp can do and I could use it for something. And the something I'm going to use for is pretty cool because it's going to be matched up to a Kicker Comp RT in my Honda Pilot. And this is going to go in a stock location with the key lock, which is going to be cool. And then powered by this amplifier, ran at 2 ohms because that's a dual 4. And says does 250 RMS by 1, so it should be a perfect setup for the 300 RMS speaker. Now, this amp is not new, it's a 2011. Now, this thing is a little powerhouse. It has two 15 amp fuses, so 30 amps of fusing. For the price that you're paying for this thing, it's not a bad deal whatsoever. And on the back here, it's pretty neat. It has different settings for your remote turn on. This thing will actually turn on without a remote wire, which is very, very convenient, especially for stock OEM integration. And it has a bass knob connector and a bass boost setting. So this amp says it does 125 RMS at 4 ohms and 250 RMS at 2 ohms. Now let's go throw this thing on the dyno and see what kind of numbers it can do. All right, we have the Kicker DX 250.1 on amp dyno. We're gonna see if it can do rated. It says 125 RMS at 4 ohms and 250 RMS at 2 ohms. Let's see what kind of numbers we can get out of this thing. So as always, first up is the 4 ohm certified up to 1% THD. All right, not bad. We were able to get 146 watts at 3.9 ohms at 1% distortion. Not bad at all. It already did overrated by 20 some watts, so awesome, A+. Next up, we're gonna do just the uncertified run. We're gonna try to keep it under 10% distortion. If it goes over, we'll rerun. So let's see what we can get out of this thing at 4 ohms uncertified. All right, not bad. We were able to get 202 watts at around 10% distortion, 9. So not the clear signal, but this is a budget-friendly amplifier, and it's still doing some decent extra power past the certified rating. All right, so next up, we're going to do the 2 ohm rating. It's rated 250 watts, RMS at 1% distortion. Can we get that? Now, just to show some brutal strength of Kicker design, we're not going to wire down any lower, but what we're going to do is we're going to play a very low frequency to get that impedance that we are looking for. So 23 hertz, can it make it? Let's find out. 250 watts, RMS, 1% THD, certified run. Not bad. Literally just did rated. Just did it. 253 watts at 1% distortion at 2.2 ohms. Close enough. I'll take that as a pass. In 23 hertz, but it says 24. So either way, take it as you want. But yeah, man, that is awesome. It did rated at 4 ohm and 2 ohm. Now let's see if we can get any more power out of this amp. Now obviously this is clipping or up to clipping, past 1% distortion, but let's just see how much power we can get out of this amp without blowing it up, because I need this for my pilot. It is not making any more power. That's crazy. And I can just hear it clipping. And the power wasn't going up. So there's definitely some kind of maybe protection circuitry built into it. Or it's just, you know, it's not going to make any more power. The wave is square. So, but regardless, we got a little bit more power out of it. 200, yeah, this thing is warm now. But that's awesome. Look at that. It did 283 watts at 2.1% distortion at our 2 ohm run at 23 hertz, mind you, 23 hertz.
Pounding bass that you really want to hear in your car.
That's crazy. Amplifier's a little warm, but hey man, it did its numbers and then some. All right, so it did rated, and I noticed towards the end of testing that it actually is 140 RMS at 4 ohms and 250 at 2 ohms, and it did rated for both those runs. Now this is, again, like the DX400.4 I did, this is the budget friendly amplifier, so it's just gonna do rated. It's not gonna do a crazy amount overrated because the price point is in mind for the consumer. This is an entry level amplifier that you back when you could get this at Walmart or Best Buy and stuff like that. But regardless, it's a very nice amplifier. It doesn't get too hot and it dishes out the power, and it's pretty darn efficient. If you guys like the content that I'm doing, smash that like button and subscribe and ring that bell so you're notified when I post my next video. I just got the 1,000 subscriber mark, so now I can do the Patreon and everything else, and we're on a roll. So more money I make for this, more bigger amplifiers I can test, and other stuff that I can do, obviously. So, and I just wanted to say a special thanks to my 2 Patreons that I have, David and Bobby B. Thank you guys for your patronage, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.